How many complaints? Bill Cohen's 2 people by name. The people in my affidavit, there were 9 from Franklin County. Princess, which is 10, and Heather. And there's other people who we hope will eventually file official complaints too.
So 11 total?
I think so.
But the reality is the number was published for the campaign. They originally told us to contact their campaign office. The only address we had was on State Street, so we gave people that information without tracking them. And when we started getting phone calls back, that's when we said we better keep closer track. So there were many others who just simply saw the phone number and took their own action.
Peter, could you come up to the mic, and anybody who comments, they just come up to the mic.
Yeah, I just want to reiterate what Bill had just mentioned. I actually called that first phone number on the State Street address, and the woman that answered the phone had no idea what I was calling about. I mentioned the campaign behind the issue that was to be on the ballot, and she had absolutely no concept of that and couldn't even refer me to anybody. She even put me on hold and apparently asked around and had no information. So at that point I was pretty committed though, so I kept going back to Ohio.
Peter, you said a couple minutes ago, you know, you filled out the first form they sent you, and I thought you said something like, but I don't think they're going to remove my name in time. I don't understand. What basis do you have for believing that they won't indeed receive your first form, send you the second form, take a day or 2 to cross in the mail, and it's still 9 days before the end of the month? Is there something you didn't mention that, I mean, makes you think they're not going to do what you've asked?
Well, the fact that it took him a week to get me the first form, and that the first form included information that I had already given him. It just, to me, it seems like he's pushing paper around. I don't feel like, and in the tone of his voice when I spoke to him, I wasn't convinced that he was truly committed to it. I could be wrong. That's just my own personal opinion.
Did you sign the petition without reading anything, I mean, without seeing anything to know what exactly you were signing? I mean, you were just going on what they told you?
Yeah,
you put your name on something without reading it?
They were being honest with me. Given the place and time, I was with my wife. We were in a hurry to get in and out. So.
And if you read the summary on the petition, which is what people who are asked to sign can read, it doesn't tell you what it's about. And when Nancy Rogers, the Attorney General, certified that language, she did so very reluctantly. She made it clear that she was doing so reluctantly. She said it was inherently confusing. She pointed out that it didn't have the interest rate in there, and she also pointed out that it didn't explain to you that if this referendum succeeded, there would be a statutory conflict in the law. We would have a law that has a 28% rate cap in one section, and then would allow the 391% interest in another. So unless you are very up to speed on the issue, you don't know what you're signing.
So, Peter, looking back, you think that was a mistake?
Oh, absolutely, and I take responsibility for that, but I'm also doing something about that, and I'm trying to rectify it as best I can. And I am pursuing the route that John Campbell put forth, and you know, if he does get it done, he gets it done, but I want to have something else lined up just in case.
How many hours do you estimate you messed around with?
I mean, it's probably, I'd say 15 hours between the work I've done on my own and the work I've done with Ohio.
Sandy, walk us through the decision to go to the Franklin County Board. What's your hope? That they find something and refer to a prosecutor, or?
Yes. I think when you have people from around the state who are all telling us that petition circulator said rates would drop to 5%, they're probably being trained to do that. It is a crime for petition circulators to do that, but if they are the ones who are being trained to do that, I want to know who's doing the training. And I think our best bet is for somebody with investigatory authority to have the power to talk to those people and to find out where the training is coming from. One of our frustrations is this is a crime, but when we talk to different people in law enforcement about what the remedy was, we got different stories. So this was the most common recommendation we got, was to make a referral to the Board of Elections, and hopefully they will take a look at it.
What is the crime?
There's a crime that says that you cannot, it's 359914, it's illegal to misrepresent the contents, purpose, or effect of the petition or declaration for the purpose of persuading a person to sign or refrain from signing the petition.